What's up, guys? Welcome back to King Fab and Off-Road. Today we were going to Toyota to get the boss a new Tacoma. We got a couple over there, but as we come over here in the parking lot right next door, we found a gem in the rough. So this is what we decided to purchase today. And this is Mama's new Tacoma. Not new, but it's a 03 with 160,000. Got some tasteful stuff on it. A local Toyota guy here that knows the dealership had it for sale, so we decided that we would do this instead of buy a new one. So this is what we got, guys. We made it home with the old girl. She's got 169,000. Got a roof rack, got the pawpaw camper shell, some nice premium aftermarket wheels from 2006, if I had to guess. It's had a frame replacement, ball joints, all the necessities. So I mean, mechanically it's pretty alright. It needs an exhaust, but this is gonna be the boss's new rig. I think she's gonna love it. But anyway, this is what we got. We're gonna do a wash up, and then from now on we got Boss's Ride, which we've yet to name. We got Goldie, and we got Bluey. Got it all cleaned up. Looks pretty good without all the pollen and the crap on it. It's rough around the edges. In the video it probably looks better than it is, but it should work for all intended purposes. And now we got Twinkies in the parking lot, so cool. We got some maintenance plans on Mom's new ride here. Once we get it in the shop here, we'll know what all we're going to do with it, but I know it needs exhaust. It needs some simple maintenance, some brakes, some stuff like that, but we'll get it all worked out. I'll let you guys know what it's going to be. We're back at the shop. We're going to get this thing checked out and see what kind of maintenance she needs. I know there's some stuff, like I was saying a bit ago, but we're going to get to the bottom of what it needs now. Two main things we got going on right now is the driver rear wheel. I think the e-brake shoes are actually locked up on it, so I'm gonna have to pull this wheel off, see what's going on behind it. And then had pretty nasty vibration driving at home. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm not supposed to do that. Kind of walking around there. The old U-joint's bad in the rear. Just so happens I have an extra shaft laying here, so I'll just throw a drive shaft in it for now. The courtesy of Goldie donating some extra parts. And this weird rattle in the back, and I was looking, I was like, man, something's falling off of this thing. And I only ain't supposed to do that. So we're gonna look at all that stuff and hopefully get it all handled. First problem of the night. You gotta have lug nut socket key for the special lug nuts. And sometimes when you buy used vehicles, people tend to lose those or forget that they even existed and take them out of the vehicle, which is what happened to me, I believe. So lucky for me, Amazon has come in, and I've had this set here at the shop. Actually, I didn't buy it, the guy I work with did. And just so happens we have many different sockets here that may or may not fit. And just like that, we got what we need. Highly recommend getting a set like this. Might come in handy someday. Also, something a lot of people don't know is that most of these drum brakes, actually almost any make and model, but especially Toyotas, I know Chevys do, have, it's like a jacking hole, I guess you call it, where you stick a threaded bolt in here and it pushes against the back and it'll push the drum off, so that way you don't have to beat on it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, depends on what's hung up on your brakes, but it makes it really nice rather than having to pry and beat on them. This is a pretty weird one for me. I work on a lot of cars, and it appears that someone has done these rear drum brakes recently. Like, you can tell that the hardware is not dirty, and I think someone's put the stuff together wrong in a way where it actually snapped the cable, and in turn there were a couple pieces in the drum that actually bound it up, and so everything is pushed to the bottom. So I'm gonna resituate it all and get it back to where at least the brakes aren't hanging up, and then I'll get a brake kit and stuff for later. But yeah, all right, clean that all out, got all the brake components back where they needed to be. We just took the e-brake portion of it out and slapped it back together, and now we have brakes that aren't hanging. And come to find out, notice how this looks old and just like it's been hot? Well, it's because it has. The inside of this drum is like brand new, so someone just did this. I mean, it can't be hundreds of miles before we just picked this thing up. And just because of that, I think I've got a warped drum here, but in the meantime, we'll leave it like I said. When we get the new brakes, we'll just do both sides and situate it nice and new. But there you go on drum brakes on the rear of a Tacoma. Next up, we're going to tackle just getting this rear portion. Actually, come to find out, also, the old carrier bearing's not great. I think for now what I'm going to do though, because the front U-joints look pretty good, I am going to just unbolt the back half. I actually have both pieces, like I said, from Goldys, but we are just going to replace this back half for now, make it nice and easy. It's getting late, and then we'll tighten up that spare. We'll be done with checking this thing over, I think. Drive shaft is back in. Just put this rear section in. Greased everything. Now we're tight again and vibration should be gone. We're gonna button up this spare tire and be done for the night. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention, I don't think turn signals are supposed to have water in them. But if you guys remember from when I installed the lights on Goldys, on my bumper, my aftermarket bumper that I built, did not support these. So look at what I got to replace them. All right. Perfect. And bam. Oh yeah. Much better. Alright, I couldn't stop with just the lights and everything else. I'm guessing this has been replaced at some point, but being the Toyota guy I am, I noticed something. I just so happen to be working on the rear bumper on Goldys right now, and I took the bumper off, and right here it says Toyota. So I'm thinking this has been replaced. It kind of makes sense, but it's all cracked. So we're going to go take it off of Goldys' bumper, and we're going to change it out, put it on this one. That way, Mama's Ride, the boss, has a little bit nicer bumper than I did. This truck has a backup camera, and it runs up to the Apple CarPlay and all that. But these, I don't know if you guys have ever taken them off, but they just have little push pins. So you literally just retain them and pull up, and they come right out. So I'm going to get all those pulled out. Got most of them already. And we'll swap it around. It was kind of hard to do that with two hands, but that's why I didn't do a video of it. But this thing just pretty much, it's in two pieces. And it just slides together. And then everything just pops down. And we're in like Flynn. There's one clip here that doesn't like to stay. It's only 20 years old, but hey. It's not falling apart, and it's looking better. that's everything for this video, guys. Got it picked up today. I spent about 5 hours in the shop tonight fixing brakes, the rear drive shaft. We put the front lights in. We cut the spare tire carrier out because it was seized up. That way we got the spare tire down also. Thought I could tighten it, and that wasn't going to happen. And then we got the cover on and just check fluids, front end, you know, all the important stuff. So this thing is back to operational, and that's going to be a wrap for tonight. I sure do appreciate you guys coming and checking out the channel again. And as always, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe to the channel. That sure helps me out. And I do appreciate you guys. As always, thanks for watching.